Nityanandam, this is Manitya Shivarupananda from the Bididi Adinam here in Bangalore. Today I thought I'd have a quick sharing about painting yourself into a corner when you are manifesting. I was thinking to our lifestyle here in Bididi, and here of course we are in the presence of Swamiji, and making that breakthrough happen from human to superhuman, making all sorts of powers awaken in us through Swamiji's initiation. And when I look around, I see how every single thing we are doing here, every single thing that is happening is actually pointed in that direction, is actually furthering us towards that goal. I'll give you an example, right? Whether it is the dress I'm wearing, it's white. White absorbs energy. When we do yoga, we wear black. Black sends out the energy. You know, when we're vigorously shaking our body or doing yoga, you want to release patterns. When you're sitting in satsang in the presence of Swamiji, you want to absorb as much energy as possible. When you're meditating, you want that energy to become part of you. So that is why we wear white. Wearing this sari, the traditional dress, which has a slight weight on the left shoulder, helps balance the prana, such that automatically from just wearing the sari, I'm in a little bit more of a meditative state without even doing anything, without even trying, right? I'm already, my right and left brains are in more synchronicity, and so I'm receiving at a higher level. Whether it is wearing this kumkum, which is processed turmeric with lime, which awakens the third eye and detoxifies, decalcifies the pineal gland, which has a lot of buildup because of how fluoridated our water is, and because of how bad our lifestyle is, the kind of food we eat, right? So that's just that. Now the food, talking about food, eating the Bhaga Shastra food, we all know, at least I know, out there, you can have a really good meal, and what happens at the end of it? Food coma. So it's kind of funny that you would actually eat but find yourself less energetic at the end of it. When you eat the Bhaga Shastra meal that is served here in the Bididi Adinam, you will just find that at the end of that meal there is no food coma. You actually are more energetic. We eat it without onion, without garlic, mushroom, which prevents the the hormonal ups and downs. It prevents you from having mood swings. So sattvic food completely aligned towards bringing about that state which helps us make that leap. Because only when you are in a more balanced state where your hormones are not running amok on you, will you be able to transcend the lower cognition into the higher, more powerful cognition. Will you be able to change your physiology and take it to the next level? I mean, talking about the body itself, the routine we follow, whether it is 4 o'clock morning yoga, and then we do a panchakriya. So in addition to not only making sure the food we eat is completely good for us, modern bodies do have a lot of build-up that happens inside. For example, enema. The food that is not completely digested still remains in your intestines and starts to create toxicity that is built up in your body. So doing the enema every day, or the other thing that we do is take haritaki powder and cleanse our tongue, which brings out the bile, the pitta, and that puts you in a higher cognition or higher state of alertness through the day. Haritaki powder, of course, is something that everyone takes every day, and this is a really, Swamiji says Haritaki is God. Haritaki is the best thing you can be having, where when you have Haritaki, automatically all your internal organs start to receive more than 300% oxygen. And what is wellness in your body? What is abundance cognition in your mind, other than the fact that you're receiving a lot of oxygen? So it puts you in a very powerful state of receiving highest truths. And one of the things Haritaki also does is it induces a slight, it has a laxative effect. So it's very good at cleansing your your intestines, cleansing yourself. So now you're ready for the next meal, and because Swamiji says ultimately everything comes down to how clean your stomach is. Stomach is, enlightenment is a clean stomach, is what he said. So these are the kinds of practices that are followed here. And of course, like other parts of the morning routine, the chanting that you do, being in the presence of really high energy sources. Swamiji has completely designed this Bidati Adinam by putting a lot of powerful yantras under the ground, which make it a high energy source. The temple itself and the consecrated deities add to the energy field. The 1,000-year-old banyan tree that has grown out of the body of Swamiji's previous incarnation, just going into that space, Swamiji says, gives you a Kundalini awakening. There's a very beautiful various different deities out there. So really, if you look at it, it just comes down to when you're doing something, when you want something, do it seriously. Every single bit, every single thought, every single word, action you take, everything, align it towards that goal. And that is how the breakthrough happens. That is how manifestation happens. Actually, I just remembered, Swamiji once defined Lakshmi as intensified goal. When your goal is intensified, that's when Lakshmi happens. That's when, I guess, the manifestation happens. That's when the material outcome happens. So I'm just beginning to cognize this as how Lakshmi is happening because of intensification of what our goal is, from every thought, every action, every thing we do here, leading us to that inevitable goal of superconscious breakthrough. It's not even a goal, it's like we're already there. The powers that we are all radiating here, the initiation Swamiji is giving us just today. He gave all the attendees of this beautiful program called Paradox of Freedom the initiation into being able to read blindfold, and he actually did this over two-way video conferencing. So talk about using technology in innovative ways, and people were just reading all over the world. As Swamiji says, for me to give you powers is very easy. I can do it over two-way video conferencing. It's just an initiation. But why you need to be in my presence here in the Bidati Adinam is to develop powerful cognitions. So it's not just about powers, it's about the powerful cognitions, of which powers are a byproduct. So feel immensely blessed to be here in the Bidati Adinam as Adinavasi in the presence of Paramahamsa Nityananda. I welcome all of you to come join us here. There is something amazing, breakthrough, which happens once in very, very many thousands of years happening out here. So come experience it. If you don't quite feel ready for a full-time commitment to that, at least come experience it for 21 days in the Inner Awakening program. Get a glimpse of it and get to that point of no return, such that now whatever you're doing is taking you towards that path of breakthrough happening, towards enlightenment and towards the superhuman in you being awakened. So very nice talking to all of you today. It's a little dark. I didn't get to film it until very late in the night. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know if you have any comments. Nityanandam.